from the Kellogg-Zaire Soccer Complex, field number 6. This is the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International, featuring Elk Grove Academy FC Heat and the Colorado Storm 95 Red from the Telemundo bracket. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg GK Porter for Langevin Productions with Bill Williams on the camera, bringing you the sights and sounds. Let's get the lineup for Elk Grove Academy Heat. The keeper, number 22, Katie Dunham. Number 1 as a backup keeper is Gabriella McDaniel, but she'll be out there on the pitch. Number 2 at forward is Jenna Selsey. 3, midfielder Natalie Parks. 5, defender Stacy Ring. 8, winger Marissa Robinson. 12, midfielder Andrea Levinson. 13, wingers Sophia Gill. 14, forward Angelina Horn. 16, midfielder Allison McKinnon. 17, forward Alexandra Zoll Losberg. 20, defender Jessica Syracuse. 21, defender Kaylin Toyama. 41, forward Alexandra Johnson. Head coach is Mike Rangel, and the team manager is Rocio Galvan Rice. And that's a lineup for the Elk Grove Academy FC Heat. Now let's get the Colorado Storm 95 Red. Their head coach is Rick Mock, and the manager is Patty George. Keeper will be Katie O'Brien. Number 2, midfielder Emma Neubauer. 5, defender Allison George. 7, defender Kayla Zweifel. 8, forward Evelyn Samuel. 16, defender Leah Rosen. 17, midfielder Holly Huber. And shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. Going from left to right is Elk Grove Academy FC Heat, and right to left is the Colorado Storm. The rest of the lineup for the Colorado Storm is number 18, Cecily Lopez. Number 23, midfield is Lauren Bender. 24, defender Jensen Martin. 25, defender is Arlie LaRue. 30, midfielder Kate Feeks. 34, defender is Maggie Jager. 38, defender is Rachel Rosen. 48, midfielder Leah Smith. 55, forward Olivia Hogan. And midfielder Betsy Halverson. We do not have her number. And now there's going to be a corner kick. Quickly setting it up, number 16. And for Elk Grove, and that is McKinnon. And they weren't able to get a strike in the 18-yard box on their first CK. In the defensive third for the Storm. On the wide side, Storm not able to run onto that one or maintain possession. Kate Feeks, and out of ball sent just outside the 18-yard box, and a bounce, and being able to make the save there is the keeper, Katie O'Brien. And O'Brien sends it up to midfield, but getting onto it there was Parks. Parks sending that ball out wide, but her player in the central there lost it, and now there's going to be a free kick. It's going to work against Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat. So the first free kick of the match for the Storm, and the Storm trying to get it up to that attacking third, but Hogan not able to possess it and had to retreat back. It goes off her cleat there, and now onto it is Syracuse. Syracuse sending that ball to the central, but it was intercepted and sent back. However, Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat, on a wide side. They had it momentarily, but they gave it away now. And Feeks sends that ball towards the central, but it's intercepted into space. But now on to the soccer ball. That time was Huber And it now goes out of play. And Huber is chasing it down. Might she throw it in? We'll see. And it's 0-0 match. Under the lights here at the Kellogg-Zaire Soccer Complex. This girls under 17 match in the Telemundo bracket. The throw in. Trying to get a touch there in the box, and they could not. The Storm. And so, on the far side touchline, they're going to throw it in. Storm 95 red, and it is knocked out of play by EG AFC. And EG AFC in their 18-yard box. They drive it out. On the deflection going wide. Allison George, or rather that was Stacy Ring tracking it down. But Stacy had a lot of pressure that time and drove it out of play. So Kate Feeks will throw it in. Feeks just outside the 18. Undoubtedly gets that ball into the 18, but nobody able to possess it. And now they strike it, and they have touches now in the 18. And here's a strike over the top of the frame. 0-0 the score in this match. EG AFC Heat, a team that won the Champions Cup in September. Or actually, I should say they were finalists. They would have liked to have won it. And on the other side of the ledger, the Storm, they were champions in the Treble Colorado Shootout in the Silver Division. Katie Dunham, the keeper now. EGAFC Heat on an near side. Knocked out of play. So it's going to be a throw-in. As the ladies in the lime green, black, and green. We'll see what they can do on their offensive attack. It goes out of play on the near side. Not able to keep it in. So in their deep back. Storm Red 95 team sending it up to midfield. Nearly a handball. It might have been called, but the center ref didn't see it, and they don't see things all the time out there on the pitch. On to it now is Kate Feeks. Feeks finds a teammate in the space. But now they have to retreat back, and quickly Katie O'Brien comes off her line. Able to make the save. Drops that ball out to the right for LaRue. Send right back in their defensive third. On the wide side. The Storm Red not able to keep possession. So the throw in. And EGA FC Heat now trying to do something in the attacking third, and they'll have that opportunity as Celsi has the soccer ball, and they'll throw it in. Jenna directing traffic from the far side touchline. Jenna gets it towards the 18, but it was intercepted, blocked nicely that time. Storm Red. But back up the field, and that ball is knocked out of play, and it'll be, and let's see, it actually is going to turn out to be a free kick now. And the Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat, will have their first one of the match. And the right-footed strike is intercepted at the top of the box. Trying to get to the soccer ball is Jager. And now they have another touch into space. Lots of traffic there, and now running onto it is Huber across midfield, but knocked out from the far side touchline by Elk Grove Academy. So the throw in, the Storm 95 red team in the 18, but they couldn't get another strike. No problem. Dunham, plenty of time and space driving it upfield. Zweifel. And in now into space with Feeks. And on the far side, running onto it there is LaRue, but she couldn't maintain possession. So it's going to be a throw-in from the far side touchline. And the throw-in from the far side. Intercepted. 95 red, sending that ball across midfield in this 0-0 match here in the first half. Hope you're enjoying the action under the lights. The complex that has the stair-step type of a setup arrangement where a bunch of fields at different plateaus, basically, and all leading to the final field at the end of this major complex with grass fields and synthetic turf fields. Mostly synthetic turf, though, and the kids for the fields for the youngers are usually the grass fields. A number of fields are included in this Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International, the biggest international tournament in the entire country. Here in the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, after the save of Katie O'Brien, looking for somebody to possess it there in the space, could not get somebody for her team, and so now it's going to be a throw-in on the near side. EGAFC Heat across midfield couldn't get another touch, so now they'll have to retreat back. But getting to that soccer ball first was Parks. Parks to Dunham may not have struck that ball the way she wanted to. Thankfully, there was Toyama. And Dunham sending it all the way up towards midfield. But you see there, Kayla sending that ball over to Jager. And Jager sending one all the way down at Dunham. But no problem for Katie. So Katie, who has gone off to her right, is going to go down the central this time. But it's intercepted, and Jager not able to get it to a teammate, so now they got to retreat back a little in the midfield. But they're able to send it forward, as was their Jensen Martin. And now on to the soccer ball is Huber. Huber finding her teammate in the space. We did not have her name. That's 21 there. Trying to get back onto the soccer ball and cannot. And so back the other way as that ball is sent to the line. And in their own defensive half, Storm Red 95 trying to move on up.
With her, Olivia, to your left.
All the way down into the 18-yard box for Dunham. Katie driving that ball, looking for somebody into space, and she has her. That's Allison, and Allison's pass, though, intercepted as she tried to go diagonally all the way back to Dunham, and Dunham will slingshot that ball off to the left. Trying to get somebody to run onto it. And I believe that is Gabriella, and it is Gabriella McDaniel. putting pressure on that striker after she lost the soccer ball. And now in the central, stiffening up in their deep back was EGAF Heat. And they have it again in their own defensive third. The ball was intercepted there, and they quickly had to get to the near side under a lot of pressure as Martin and company. And now in the central, Hogan a touch. The near side to get around Martin, and now at midfield, Weifel up to Hogan, and Hogan's early ball in the 18, and that time not able to finish. And that ball struck out of play. The Storm 95 red team, and they're going to get some fresh players in. It's going to be Emma Neubauer's coming in, number 2. Number 8, Evelyn Samuel. Samuel, a forward-type player, and Neubauer, a midfield player. Johnson was trying to get to that soccer ball, Alexandra. The throw in now along the far side touchline. That ball will go out of play, and it'll be a throw in for the lime green and black. Sending that ball on a nice service, and a keeper able to make the save, Katie O'Brien. And O'Brien had to gauge where that ball was coming down and was able to shield her body from taking a lot of damage that time because she knew that potentially could happen. And now her teammates, Jensen Martin. And Martin's pass, and it's intercepted, and a nice shot that time all the way at Katie O'Brien again. And O'Brien will send it down the right flank. Trying to keep it in the space there was McDaniel. She couldn't do it. But McDaniel retreats all the way back to get to the soccer ball. Nicely done. And now they will collect in their defensive third. Struck out of the box. They have it with Johnson hammering that ball all the way down towards O'Brien. And she's got a runner on the early ball, and this is Celsi, and just missed that time. Celsi not able to get that ball in the back of the net, and O'Brien had a little bit to do with that time. 1v1 with the keeper. So it is still a 0-0 match. Throw in. Toyama on the near side. And Toyama going to try to keep the pressure on Katie O'Brien and her defenders. Jensen Martin, LaRue back there. Rosen, the defender. Weifel, George, Jaeger. Those are the types of players. Rosen. The header, though, and Johnson just couldn't quite get it in the 18-yard box. So now onto it is Huber, and Holly directs the ball down the midfield area, but right there is the Elk Grove Academy FC Heat. It'll be a throw-in as trying to protect on the outside area of that defensive third. Storm 95 red after the throw-in, able to knock it out again on the far side touchline. And it's 0-0 match. Working our way towards halftime. EGAFC Heat. not able to go any further with it, and substitutions on this very cool evening here in the Kellogg-Zaire Soccer Complex. 3 players coming in now for the Colorado Storm 95 Red, as they want to get some fresh players in. You use a lot of energy when it gets colder. Not telling the Colorado players anything, and neither the Northern California players that as well. And so you don't want to have players out there that are not running around able to put pressure on the other team. In the deep cold scenario, and the heat works the same way. A lot more energy is expended. Although both these two teams in great shape, soccer players have to do a lot of running, know how to manage their bodies with the types of nutrients they put in. Get the maximum out there on the pitch, and on the near side, trying to make a play was number 14, and that was Horn. And Horn does get a touch now, getting it back to Toyama, and Toyama dropping it back even further. But there's a whistle. Might have been a player that got injured on the play. Center ref wants the soccer ball. And you see there, that's exactly the case. As Angelina Horn going down. But she's back up and going to stay in the pitch. Evelyn Samuel will give it back to Dunham, and because her team had the ball last when the injury occurred. And on the far side touchline, try to get it up to midfield. Couldn't quite do that as they were cut off, midfielders there. But EGAFC Heat now have it again, and they strike it towards the central. Intercepted momentarily, but getting to it there was Horn. Angelina's pass was intercepted. And at midfield, they regather. Toyama, her pass. Intercepted, but Toyama going back to support her teammate there, Natalie Parks. And Parks shields that ball all the way back to Dunham. But the intercept here. And you see Bender has it. But Bender not able to control the soccer ball. And Johnson treating way back to get to the soccer ball that time. Into central. On it now. Jager. But Jager dispossessed. And across midfield, chasing it down, Syracuse, and Jessica will watch it go out of play. And the Storm 95 Red throwing it in. And it's 0-0 match here at the Kellogg-Zaire. Field number 6. The Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada. The throw in. Winning it there in the space is McKinnon. And McKinnon looking for somebody on the other end. That didn't happen that time. So in the deep third, we'll throw it in. Storm 95 Red out of Colorado. An illegal throw-in, says the center ref. So that's like a turnover, as they say, like in basketball. So the throw-in now. Knocked out of play, protecting into space, Colorado. And now they have to retreat back in their 18. A 50-50 ball that goes right at O'Brien, but O'Brien able to make the save. Didn't get quite what they wanted out of that strike. But you want to keep the defenders and the keeper honest, so to speak. Down the 18. Trying to continue on as Celsi could not, and coming into the space there was Johnson in support. And so now the throw-in out of their deep back. Storm red 95, and not able to control at that time was Lauren Bender. So it's a giveaway again. Jenna Celsi directing traffic. Celsi trying to get it towards the 18, a collision. However, Johnson is into space and deflected there, but Johnson gets another strike, but not a lot on that soccer ball. So no problem for Katie O'Brien. O'Brien driving that ball along the right flank. Looking for a teammate to get to it there and trying to get a little leverage is Jager. And also she now has in support Samuel. Samuel and her teammates. That ball was out of play.
Come on, Lauren, get a score.
And it's going to be a throw-in from the far side touchline in this 0-0 match as we work towards halftime. Maybe a couple of minutes left to play unofficially. Center ref has the official time out here on the pitch. And that ball goes out of play in a 50-50 ball. Knocked out by Colorado. The throw-in now, Gabriella McDaniel. And McDaniel's throw-in, couldn't get anybody on the other end of it. Comes right back towards McDaniel. And she couldn't get it. And now her teammates have to retreat back in the defensive half. They get it all the way back to Dunham. And Dunham has pressure that time. And nearly they took it away from her. And they've got a little pressure in their defensive third, but able to work it out of there. And up to McKinnon, and McKinnon drives it down the left flank. Got McDaniel there. McDaniel now has a runner towards the box. And a strike. She got partial part of the soccer ball, Jessica Syracuse, and directed it at O'Brien. O'Brien able to make the save, though, as not a lot of velocity coming at her that time. Into space, though. Again, Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat. On a wide side with McDaniel trying to run onto it, but it's taken away. Lopez up forward. And that ball is now ping-ponging around. And at midfield, in the defensive half now for Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat. Sending it across midfield. The touch by Celsi, and could not get a subsequent strike by Angelina Horn. So it goes out of play. You get a good look there at Jenna Celsi. Into space. Winning it from their half of the field, but is driven right back in their half of the field by Elk Grove Academy. But now, the AGAFC Heat again on the near side, being forced to try to find a way to move the ball up the field, and they're able to do so as Celsi sent a ball there towards the interior, or the central, if you will, but nobody able to run onto it. Johnson can't get to it in the central, and so they're going to have to retreat back with that soccer ball back to Dunham. And Dunham wants to go along the left flank now. In this 0-0 match, the ball is now up to McKinnon, and McKinnon drives it quickly across midfield and out of play. The one with geometric designs of the world's most famous sport, football in most countries, soccer in this one. We got another sport called football. The throw-in, Colorado Storm, 95 red team. And they can't continue on a pitch, but it doesn't matter. It was knocked out. The FC Heat. Elk Grove Academy now in their own defensive third. The quick touch there into space. Now here's Johnson. McKinnon ran by it. Here's a strike by Celsi, and it is partially deflected. So they'll be able to throw it in out of their own defensive half. Looking to try to put one in the back of the net before the end of halftime. Or I should say before the end of the first half. And that ball goes out of play. Both teams dealing with the elements here tonight. President's Day Weekend 2012. A Mayor's Cup International 2012. And that ball driven out. Teams from all the way the Eastern Bloc, Poland, Mexico, playing in this international tournament, and a strike and a save made by O'Brien.
Win the ball.
Katie O'Brien driving that ball up towards midfield, but nobody able to possess it. So now retreating back, though, after the strike into their defensive third and trying to work it out of their own defensive third now is the lime green and black. Struck in the central. Center ref looking at his watch. Soon it will be halftime. Can either one of these two teams put one in the back of the net? No, that's not going to happen. And the score at halftime, 0-0 here at the Kellogg-Zaire Complex. We'll be right back with the second half. Second half set to get underway. And going from left to right, of course, is going to be Colorado Storm 95 Red. And right to left is the Elk Grove Academy FC Heat. 0-0 the score, as neither team could put one in the back of the net. Let's see what happens in the second half. I've said many times in soccer matches, it can be a tale of two halves. This being a consolation game. We'll find out who wins the consolation out of the Telemundo bracket. And on the near side, a strike by McDaniel into the corner as EGAFC trying to work out of their own defensive third. And now Johnson with it, getting it over to McKinnon. And now they try to go diagonal. And on the near side, pinching in is Storm 95. And that was Arlie LaRue on the play. And out of their own defensive half, trying to go down their left flank. Try to get on the soccer ball there was Syracuse. And either way, her teammate still was able to get to it, McKinnon. And now down a central shot from long distance. And a keeper touching that soccer ball, and it goes over top of frame. Jenna Celsi driving that ball. And a good strike by Celsi. And so now you're going to have the second corner kick of the match for EGAFC Heat. Let's see what they do with it here. Bending ball, and it is knocked out of play by Allison George. Protecting into space, so now they'll get their third, CK. And let's see what they can do on this set piece. Couldn't do anything on the last one, obviously, a couple of seconds ago. So let's see what they can do this time. The visitors from Northern California. More of an outswinger, intercepted. Not able to get anybody to possess it in the 18.
Good job, Betsy. Get a mark.
So as it goes upfield, they will try and see what they can do to get back in that attacking third. The throw in by Stacy Ring. Deflected out of play on the near side and not handled by her teammate. So now they're going to have to play a little bit of defense. And it's 0-0 match. Just the opening minutes of the second half. Trying to control it was Hubert. Could not. But Hubert does finally get a hold of it. Driving it forward. Looking for Hogan, but Hogan's chasing it down. And is far away from the soccer ball, but has a teammate there in the space, Leah Smith. But the ball is driven out of play as Leah could not hold on to it with that cleat of hers. And here's Johnson now, driving it back. Strike up forward, intercepted. But in the space, Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat, with the run that time you saw of Stacy Ring. It couldn't go any further. Now to the far side of the field. They do have the soccer ball, the EGAFC Heat. But they could not keep it in the pitch. After the throw-in, Storm 95 Red trying to continue going up the field is Hogan now a strike. All the way down in the 18, but no problem for Katie Dunham. Tried to drop it off to a teammate off to her right, but gave it away and a service, and Dunham now has it. Keeper has to be very, very mindful of the speed of other players trying to come at her. And sometimes it can be deceptive in that speed, and you think you have a little bit more time, and Katie thought she did in that sequence, but it almost went disastrous. But now here's a strike, and Katie comes off to her left and makes a save to strike that time by Kate Feeks. And Katie driving it down in the center circle, but intercepted there, midfield. The visitors from Colorado. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now. And it's 0-0 match into the attacking third. They are. And trying to get into the box. And one bounce, they have it there. Trying to get that ball towards another strike. They do have one there. That was Feeks. But Feeks' pass is intercepted. George striking it forward, but her teammate couldn't run onto it. But they want to go out wide to try to get to it. And they will be able to throw it in as Smith ran out of real estate. But her teammate throws it in after being knocked out by EGAFC Heat and into the corner. And it will go past the goal line. Or actually, that is past the far side touchline. Tough for me to see sometimes. And as I am at ground level, just outside the 18, Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat, trying to work upfield. But now they got to retreat back with Johnson in his space. Almost a collision by two teammates there. And Johnson is able to get to it as Dunham goes down. Dunham is injured. Johnson able to get to the soccer ball, and a collision as two players for Elk Grove Academy FC Heat colliding, and Dunham got a little nicked up on the play, but she looks like she's going to stay in the match. And one of the players coming over there and saying, I hope you're all right. For Colorado Storm, showing the sportsmanship for her team and in representation of that soccer club. On the near side. And it goes out of play. So the throw in now by Kate Feeks. Feeks looking for somebody in the space. Can't get somebody there, as they were not able to coordinate to try to make a play. So Elk Grove Academy, FC Heat said, hey, we'll just go upfield on you. But not able to control the soccer ball on the near side. So the throw in. Another opportunity, Storm 95. Red team. Throwing it in, Arlie LaRue. Getting it towards Jaeger. Jaeger couldn't possess it, but it doesn't matter because Feeks was able to help out and support. Feeks' pass is intercepted as not able to hold on to it. Was the player in the space, and on the near side it'll go out of play. Not able to control it that time was Angelina Horn. Angelina gets it now, tries to chip it back to her teammate, and then her teammate gets a strike at a soccer ball in the facial area there. And it goes out of play. 0-0 match. The visitors from Northern California and the visitors from Colorado all locked up in this consolation match. In a scoreless affair. And a free kick. Free kick, Storm. Driving it toward the 18, but Johnson able to head that ball out of play. That was the second free kick of the match for Colorado Storm Red 95 team.
Where's Elk Grove from?
And let's see what will transpire here out of their own defensive half. As the ball now in possession there in that 6-yard box by Katie Dunham. Dunham driving it upfield. Her teammate there was turned around and couldn't get to it, but now Johnson comes in support, drives it across midfield. Celsi in the area now, and Celsi has it. And Jenna Celsi driving it down the right flank. Up forward, Syracuse trying to get to it, cannot. The Storm 95 Red team have it. Into the space, but intercepted by Celsi. Celsi now gives it to her teammate. It is getting a little bit chippy now as players starting to push each other, and center ref says the foul will go this time on the royal blue and yellow. And so now the free kick, only the second one for EGAFC Heat. Driven into the 18, trying to get a header there. They do, a subsequent header, and able to get to the soccer ball is Katie O'Brien. And O'Brien will drive it upfield in this 0-0 match. Trying to get somebody to possess it. And they do now, momentarily, but she couldn't hold on to it. Jaeger, in her angst to go forward, lost the handle on it, and on the near side, it goes out of play. Players still doing a little bit of pushing here. A little bit more chippy here in the second half between the two sides. The throw in on the near side, Colorado Storm. And trying to keep it in there was Feeks, and Kate not able to do so. So the throw in, EGAFC. Celsi, the header towards the central. She had her teammate that time Of course, was Syracuse and then Johnson. And now Johnson will get a pass as it was passed up to her from the defensive side. And Celsi almost got to that soccer ball. O'Brien able to make the save, but Jenna nearly got to the soccer ball. It's not a bad ball by Johnson. Alexandra, number 41 out there. And on the far side, it goes out of play with a throw in. And now at midfield, trying to get to that soccer ball there as the Storm 95. On it, trying to get to it was Huber, and Huber could not, as pressure being applied by Natalie Parks in that space. The ball is driven out of play in this 0-0 match as we move on. The consolation one for 2012, the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International. And at the midfield area now, as they can't go any further. But Johnson says, I will, with a strike. But nobody on the other end. So brought right back down that central. Storm red. And on the near side, they can't keep it in. But they don't have to worry about it because it was knocked out by the other team. So Elk Grove Academy FC Heat got a retreat back in their own defensive third, tighten up, playing it around their 18-yard box after the throw-in by Kate Feeks. Into space outside the box. Double team, but here now Feeks runs onto it. Feeks is shielded away. Nicely done that time by McKinnon. And it goes out of play as Angelina Horn tried to gain possession of it and go up the field. Could not. The throw-in on the near side. And trying to make a move. They're outside the 18-yard box. They could not do it. But they do have a strike now by Rachel Rosen, and Rosen sweeping it in the 18. They're at the top part of the box, but it couldn't go any further as stiffening up in their 18 nicely was Elk Grove Academy. Driven out of play by Kayla Weifel. And now there's Weifel again, trying to maintain possession and go upfield, but could not. And drove it out of play. So it's going to be a throw-in now as Celsi comes over. Jenna going to see what she can try and do towards getting that ball in the 18. Not a bad throw-in, but it was intercepted. But Celsi getting a strike. And Celsi retrieving it now. Trying to go further. She's got a teammate in the box. Weifel. And that ball went out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in. As it was lastly. And actually that's going to be a offsides call. And a free kick. Free kick. The indirect style. Upfield. Storm Red 95 team. And trying to go further, but it goes out of play. Lastly, knocked out by EGAFC, and there's going to be a substitution coming in. 3 free kicks for the Storm in this match, 2 for Elk Grove AFC Heat, and 3 corner kicks for Elk Grove Academy and 1 for the Storm.
We've been doing this for a long time, not just a couple of years. Being out of Southern California.
In space, trying to make a move to go upfield was Weifel, and now she has a teammate in support into the 18-yard box. No problem for Dunham. And Katie on a near side with the soccer ball. Got a player on a run, the left flank, sending it all the way down in the attacking third. And it's driven out of play right there in front of Jessica Syracuse. So the throw-in on the near side in this 0-0 match. Will somebody in regulation put one in the back of the net? Or will it have to go into a different scenario? Here's Celsi. Jenna Celsi now with it into the 18. Syracuse can't hold on to it. So now Feeks sending it up to midfield, but out of play, and retrieving it. Stacy Ring to throw it in. Let's see what direction Stacy Ring wants to go with the soccer ball. Will she go to the interior, the central? And she does, as Celsi trying to find somebody in the central. She does. That's Johnson. Johnson getting it up forward. And off a deflection now. Syracuse almost got to the soccer ball. But here's Johnson pitching it to Celsi. Her intended pass is blocked away that time by Allison George in his space. As Celsi looking for somebody in the central of that box. But it didn't get there as George knocking in out of play.
Get a mark and stay with your man. Get a mark and stay with him.
Corner kick.
There's 3 up top, Emma.
EGAFC Heat.
Coming in.
Their 4th of the match. Toward the 6-yard box. And now back to the foot of McKinnon.
Carrot.
Her attempted pass is interrupted there. Upfield. EGAFC Heat. Now with a flick on Syracuse, and she nearly got to that soccer ball. And on the near side, Angelina Horn chasing it down, trying to keep it in. Syracuse nearly got to the soccer ball down to Central, and if she does, she has a great chance, as the keeper was somewhat in peril that time and could have put it in the back of the net. The throw in. Elk Grove Academy. FC Heat. Intercepted in the defensive third and sent upfield off of one player you saw there, and that was Toyama. But back with it quickly is Natalie Parks. Parks' pass is intercepted, but brought right back at him.
Outside. Back to her.
Early ball sent, looking for Celsi, but had too much pace on it. But now into space is Toyama on a run. Down to Central, and it's blocked as they stiffen up at the top of their 18. Knocked out of play at a far side touchline. And it's 0-0 match of the Kellogg's Dare, field number 6. The consolation match of the girls under 17 Telemundo bracket between Elk Grove Academy FC Heat and Colorado Storm Red 95 team. All the way back to Dunham. Dunham gets it going off the right side of her defense. To the Central, but a giveaway now. But into space, that time was McKinnon. Couldn't find anybody, and here comes the Storm Red. And all the way down to Dunham, and Dunham is able to get to the soccer ball without a strike at her, as Toyama kind of shepherding that ball right back to her and fielding off the striker. Nice play by Toyama. Down the right side defense, and it's knocked out of play. But quickly, Elk Grove Academy FC Heat on a move with Syracuse sending that ball into space. Syracuse trying to retrieve it is pushed down, and it goes out of play. There's going to be a throw-in, though, for Elk Grove Academy FC Heat. Or will there be a free kick? Center ref comes to the area and is going to be a free kick.
Who's on?
So the third free kick of the match. The FC Heat into the 18 up high. The keeper having a problem and a goal. Go, 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 goal. Beautiful play into space, and it is 1-0. The visitors from the Sacramento area, Elk Grove Academy FC Heat. Scoring the goal, number 3, Natalie Parks. Beautiful play as Jenna Celsi was right there trying to get the header, and she didn't, but the ball caromed over nicely to Natalie Parks, and Parks able to put it in the back of the net. So 1-0. Not a lot of time left in this match. Maybe 7 or 8 minutes left to play, maybe less than that in the match. So 1-0. So what does that mean? Colorado 95. Red team, they've got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. Can they do it? The throw in. And they do have a strike now towards the attacking third, but intercepted. Conversely, Elk Grove Academy FC Heat, and a nice step over by Parks, but Parks not able to maintain possession of it after the step over as she was being pressured. AGFC Heat want to do the type of work they need to do, and obviously Parks trying to do that and be able to get it to her teammate, and now Parks trying to put her cleat on, and the ball is knocked past the goal line, and thankfully for AGFC Heat, it was knocked past by the Colorado visitors. Otherwise, they would have had an opportunity for a corner kick. As Parks not able to do anything into space. And boy, if you're Natalie, you're saying, I'm glad that didn't turn out any worse for the wear. After scoring a goal, I didn't want to contribute towards my team giving up a goal because I couldn't help out defensively. And to throw in. As you got to be able to play on both sides of the ball. And showing her ability to do that is Johnson now. Johnson sending that ball into space. Not able to do anything with it as the Storm Red 95 now. And here's Celsi. Celsi on a move, and a save by O'Brien. O'Brien coming off her line as Celsi trying to bear down and put one in the back of the net, and basically with little time left in this match, put it away. And she wasn't able to do it as O'Brien able to make a big save and keep her team with an opportunity to get a tie for the end of this match, or if they get a flurry, to potentially win it, this consolation match. In the center circle now, as it is going to be a free kick. Elk Grove Academy with the free kick. It is only their 4th in the match. Parks trying to get it to Celsi up forward, and she has it now. But she gave it away. And now in their defensive half, as they got to retreat back. In the deep back, they're able to gather it. But the pass up forward is intercepted. And back the other way quickly, but getting back there, nicely done, is Stacy Ring. Ring saw the forward trying to make a move, and she was able to get back there and make a big play. Keep this a 1-0 match. Every time it goes out, it works in favor of the lime, green, and black, and green. In the defensive third, and on it now is Leah Rosen dropping it back. Colorado Storm now sending one back, ball to the attacking third, up high. Parks was there, nice play. And up forward, Colorado Storm now will have to retreat back in their own defensive half, but that ball was out of play. Elk Grove Academy, the FC Heat, knocking it out of the far side touchline. It'll be a throw-in. And Colorado Storm 95 red team getting 2 players into the match. One of them is Maggie Jager, who did a lot of activity in the first half, with her name being called in this match. As Rick Mock trying to do whatever he can to try to get his team the equalizer into space, as they have now with Holly Huber, and Huber not able to control it. It goes out of play, and it'll be a throw-in. But it was lastly off of one of the Elk Grove Academy players, Sacramento area visitors, and they have it now, though, after it was thrown in and sending it down the right flank, way in front of anybody to run onto it. Getting back there first is Weifel, and Kayla throws it in, and it was knocked out along the near side by the lime green and black. As they continue to try to go forward, running it down as Olivia Hogan won't get to it. Had too much pace on it, but that pass not being able to be connected with on the near side, Angela Horn, so it is a giveaway and a throw-in. In that attacking third, not able to get anybody to possess it, but it was okay because it was knocked out if you're Colorado Storm by Elk Grove Academy FC, and now knocked out again as Elk Grove Academy FC continuing into space to try to do whatever they can to keep that ball headed towards their 18-yard box, and a player is down right now. And they are going to check on her. I believe it might have been Alexandra Johnson. We'll have to check on that. Bit of hotly contested match. Didn't quite see what happened, but Storm now down 1-0, and this is not the thing that they wanted to happen. Nobody wants to see another player hurt, but if you're trying to win this match or try to get a tie here in consolation, you don't want to see the clock being ate up by a player being down. As they throw it back in, and it goes past the goal line, and they will get a corner kick. Will the Storm? And so Storm 95 Red have a very limited amount of time left now, maybe a minute or so to work with on this corner kick, only their second one of the match. And it gets to the central of the 18. They try to get a strike, can't do it, as stiffening up in their 18 and not allowing them to get a strike. And this now being their third CK, one right after another. Toward that 6-yard box, headed out of the box quickly by EGAF. And now Dunham comes over and says, enough is enough here. I'm going to get to the soccer ball. And that is the end of the match. With a final score, Elk Grove Academy FC Heat 1 and Colorado Storm 95-0. Upcoming is interviews and closing comments with those who participated in this match today. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Greg G.K. Porter back here at the Kellogg Zayer Sports Complex with the ladies of the Elk Grove Academy. And you are?
Allison McKinnon.
Okay. Allison, talk about this match. Talk about this tournament. Obviously, this was a consolation match, I believe, and you guys did well.
Yeah, this was one of our greatest games we've had this weekend. The very first game against Utah was our hardest game. Very tough. They're a really good team. But yeah, we gave it our all this weekend. Yep.
All right, well, fabulous. Is there anything that you guys can improve upon always, I guess, moving forward? But what is the thing that you guys might improve upon maybe to win this tournament, this type of tournament?
Finishing the ball.
Okay.
That's the one.
Just put it in the back of the net. That's the thing that all soccer players want to be able to do. Outside of soccer for you, what's most important?
My education and family and church.
Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, well, looking at that camera, anything you want to say to family members or anybody watching this video, Alice?
I love you all. Family, soccer, everyone.
Best to you the rest of the year, okay?
Thank you.
And you are?
Kaylin Toyama.
Okay. Kaylin, talk about this match and all of them, basically, in a synopsis here of this tournament.
I think this was definitely our best game of this weekend. All our matches coming up to this were hard. We were all bruised up, but we were giving it our all this game, and I think we did really well.
Well, that's great. I mean, it looked like that. It looked like you guys saved the best for the last part of the match to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. Obviously, you guys connected well in this match, and obviously others to get to this point. Just didn't quite have enough to win. Can you take anything away from this tournament?
No, I think we left it all on the field. This is where we're supposed to be, and I think we could do a lot better next time.
When it's not soccer for you, what's the most important thing for you?
Definitely my friends and family. They give me the most support, and that's why I'm out here today.
Okay. Anything you'd like to say to anybody watching this video?
Mom, Dad, I love you very much. You are my heart and soul.
Well spoken. Have a rest of your good year with success in playing this game of soccer, and hopefully we see you down the road.
Thank you so much.
And you are?
Marissa Robinson.
Marissa, talk about this game and the way the tournament has gone for you and the way you think about your teammates in this tournament.
I felt like for this game we were cooperating really well. We were getting a lot of plays together and connecting really well. And this tournament has brought us all closer together.
It's always great to be connected out there and play as a family. Is there anything that you will take specifically towards the rest of the year?
I know I'm going to take trying my hardest every single moment that I'm out here on the field to heart, because you can't win a game if you're not trying 100%.
The result can be a lot of fun, can it?
Yeah, definitely.
Outside of soccer for you, what's most important?
My family. They support me 100% in every single thing that I do.
Take a look at that camera and say how you feel about that.
Thank you for supporting me and everything. It means the world to me. I love you guys.
Marissa, have a great rest of your year, and good luck in playing this sport, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Greg G.K. Porter back here with some more of the Elk Grove Academy FC players, and you are?
Sophia Gill.
Okay. Sophia, talk about this match and the whole tournament.
This tournament's been a really good experience, but this match was one of our best, and we came out with a win, so I think we played well together.
I think you guys did play well together. I mean, that's the way it looked tonight. And, you know, when it's cold out here, there's some different things that you have to think about. But you guys are from Northern California. You're able to handle, you know, when the weather drops down. Is there anything you guys try to prepare for as a team, you know, when the weather drops down?
Nothing in particular. We just come out ready for anything, ready to play.
Well, definitely you guys saved the best for last, able to get the goal. Talk about things that are important for you outside of soccer.
Definitely school, and I'm part of student council, so I take a lot of consideration into that outside of soccer.
Definitely, the studies are very, very important, especially something like that. Sophia, take a look at that camera and tell your family or anybody watching how much you enjoyed this.
I enjoyed this so much.
That's great. Well, good luck to you the rest of the year and in your soccer endeavors, okay?
Thank you.
And you are?
My name is Shannon.
Shannon, talk about this tournament and in particular this game.
The tournament's been interesting. Yesterday it was kind of a hard start with 2 losses, but today we really picked it up, got a good tie out, and then we really picked it up and got a win and finished it off. So yeah.
You guys have the great colors as a soccer team. Who came up with that idea?
Raymond Harris, he happens to be my high school coach, and he's crafty with that kind of stuff, so he came up with this great mixture in colors.
Maybe not for the guys, but for ladies, it's definitely awesome. Your thoughts, lastly, about playing in this tournament?
It was a really good experience, and I'm glad that I got to share it with my team, and we all became a lot closer this tournament, and it is something I would do again over and over.
What's important to you outside of the world of soccer?
Well, like Sophia, school is very important for me, and we're both a part of the actual same student council, so that's a big part of my life, and church and stuff like that. So.
Okay, a little bit of thanks to the camera.
Thanks.
All righty, good luck. And you are?
I'm Andrea Levinson.
Okay. Talk about just playing in this tournament, how much fun it was, just the whole trip coming down over here to Nevada and playing in this tournament.
Well, the trip was pretty long because we drove, but yesterday it was a little rough. We started out when we had 2 losses, and I ended up injuring myself, so I didn't get to play today at all, which wasn't that much fun at all. But the team stayed strong and pulled through, so I was proud of them.
And obviously you lose a teammate today, too, that got injured at the end of the game. Is she going to be okay?
Well, we don't know yet, but oh, well, it looks like she's...
She just walked up, yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she's awake, but
That's good.
But yeah, when something like that happens, you worry. So
Right,
yeah.
Right. So you're going to be all right?
Oh yeah. I'll definitely be okay. I mean, I love soccer enough to want to be okay. So.
Yeah, you have to learn at a young age to persevere through all the nicks and the pain and everything that goes with it. Talk about things that are important for you outside of soccer.
Oh, well, definitely school and my family. I have to, focus a lot of energy to, balance my life between soccer, school, and spending time with all that. So, yeah, I work hard in school because, well, to get to the next level, you have to. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say something to the camera for anybody watching it.
Hi, parents.
Good luck in the rest of the soccer year for you and the rest of the school year, and hope to see you guys in the future.
All right, thank you.
And you are?
Natalie Parks.
Natalie, talk about this tournament, this game in particular.
Well, we come down to tournaments a lot, and our team, we've improved a lot from the very beginning. We've only been playing for 2 years, so any playing together increases us as a team and a family, which is really nice.
Well, it definitely showed out there on the pitch today. Is there anything you guys could have done differently? Obviously, win the cup, but one of the other players said you guys basically left it out on the field in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. Our coach is really big on, playing what you got, not regretting anything on the way home, just put 110% out on the field, and that's all you can really do. And so that's kind of our main focus as a soccer team.
And you guys pulled through in the end of this match. Outside of soccer, what's important to you?
Well, of course, family, friends. I'm really competitive, so school and soccer, and I do some community service, which is fun with my friends, so that's good.
Well, look at that camera and say your thanks.
Thanks. Hey, Mom, Grandma, Grandpa. So.
Good luck in the rest of the year, okay?
Okay.
All right. Greg G.K. Porter back here, and you're?
Jenna.
Jenna, talk about this game and this tournament.
This game, I think we did really well, as a team, and we did a lot. This was one of our better games, or best games, and this tournament was a real big accomplishment for only being together for 2 years, and the fact that we came out and held a lot of the teams for a very long time just shows how we've come together as a team and how much we've improved since the beginning of the season, and I'm really proud of everyone, so, yeah.
For somebody who was worried about on the camera, you didn't show that there. Well spoken. Outside of soccer, what's important to you?
Probably family and school. Most important, yeah. So.
Sounds great. Look at that camera and say your thanks or whatever you want to say to anybody watching the video.
Thanks, Mom, for supporting me. And thanks to everyone on the team for always having my back. And thanks, Mike, for helping me become a great player.
Jenna, good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
And you are?
Angelina.
Angelina,
I'm so nervous.
talk about basically this game and just the tournament and how it turned out to be. You guys get this victory at the end.
I think the win of this game meant a lot to us, especially like Jenna said, for only being together 2 years, and here we're playing against teams I've been together, like one of the teams we played, I've been together 8 years, and I think they scored twice on us, which even though they scored on us, we didn't fall apart, which I think is a very big accomplishment for us. I'm actually really proud of our team, like especially because we've only been together 2 years. I think it shows a lot that we're not just getting beat left and right. We're actually able to hold up with them. Even though we didn't win as many games as we wanted to, I'm so really, really proud of our team, especially because like our team's one of those teams that when we get beat, like once one goal scored on us, a lot of us start putting our heads down and like just giving up. But I feel like in this tournament, just us as a team had a lot of motivation, was able to keep up and like keep our heads up and like keep pushing through. Like, and as a result, in the last game, we got a shot on goal and scored.
See how that camera's very easy? You can just talk, can't you? That's fabulous, fabulous. Outside of soccer, what's important to you, Angelina?
Definitely family, my education, and church and Jesus. Yeah.
And say something to the camera about how happy you are to whoever's watching, your family and friends.
I'm very happy.
Congratulations and good luck in the rest of the season, okay?
All right, thank you.
And you are?
I'm Jessica.
Jessica, talk about playing in this game and just the way your team showed themselves in the very end here with the victory.
I think that we showed ourselves very well at the end of this game, but also I think that just because we had a win, and we lost earlier, that doesn't mean anything at the end of the game. I mean, the score might be bad and all that, but we have come together as a team, and this is one of our biggest tournaments that we've ever played in. We've played some hard teams, and this was a hard tournament for us, but we've really come together and we learned how to play together. And like others have said, we've been together for 2 years. This is my first year being on the team, so we've finally come together and we've done really well, and we've gotten progressively well throughout this tournament as well. So yeah.
Well, you guys can definitely put your thoughts on the microphone, and obviously, just like you did out there on the field, and you're only going to get better at doing both of them. And this is pretty good for people who might have been a little bit shy in front of the camera. Talk about things that are important for you outside of soccer.
I think along with everybody else, I think that school, my education, of course, family, friends, and my church, of course.
Congratulations on the season and so far, and good luck towards the rest of 2012.
Thanks.
Good job. And you are?
I'm Katie.
Katie, I know you got to be the keeper. You're wearing a different jersey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about how your defenders played and just your whole team in this tournament and in this game, most notably in the end.
Well, this really isn't my team. I'm guest playing with this team. I'm actually a U15 player playing with this U17 team in this U17 tournament. I got this awesome chance to play with this team for the second year in a row playing in this tournament, and I was really surprised about how well this team grew with the games, coming from 2 losses and then going into a tie and then moving into a win. I'm just really proud of all the players and how they stuck to their will, even though the injuries we faced and so on.
Great. You're learning a lot, and this is just a super valuable experience for you, and it's only going to make you a better player individually and galvanize your team even more. Things outside of soccer that are important for you.
Well, in my family, we kind of have this list that family, soccer, or family, school, soccer, and then friends, and those are pretty much my most important things that I have.
The best to you with this team the rest of the year, okay?
All right, thank you.
Greg G.K. Porter back here with definitely not the last or least of Elk Grove Academy FC, and you are?
I'm Gabby McDaniel.
Gabby, talk about this game, what a way to finish the tournament, and just maybe the struggles that you guys have gotten through to get to this game and then finally come out with the victory.
All right, well, I thought that this game was by far our best game of the tournament because we actually all played together and we ran the patterns that we were supposed to. And we actually finished, which is what we've been struggling with. So I thought it was a great way to end the tournament.
What's important for you, Gabby, outside of soccer?
My grades. Yes, especially those. And then just still having a social life with soccer and grades.
Okay. I think in high school that's acceptable. All righty. Look at that camera and say how much you appreciate your family and friends.
All right, I wanted to thank my mom because she organizes all of this and she puts so much hard work into it, and she's like a second mom to all the players, so I really wanted to tell her thanks for that because she does so much. And then also Mike and Katie, because I actually got to play field because generally I play goalie, so it was really nice to get to play field.
Okay. Great, great. Gabby, good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And you are?
Lexi Losbergsall.
Alexi, talk about your teammates in this tournament and most notably in this game.
We started out kind of rough the first couple of games, but I think we really got it together in this game. We really picked up our intensity, worked together really well, and it was a good way to finish.
Is there anything you guys can take from this tournament that's going to make you much better?
Definitely keeping up our finishing, and we had really good precise passes, so keeping that up would be good.
What's important to you in the outside of the world of soccer?
Definitely grades and friends, like Abby said. So, yeah.
Take a look at that camera and say hi to family and friends.
I really want to thank my dad for driving me all the way out here, and I want to say hi to my mom. Even though she couldn't make it, she really wanted to be here, so it means a lot to me.
Good luck in the rest of the year, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And you are?
I'm Alex Johnson.
Alex, unfortunately, towards the end of the game, you got injured. How you doing?
I'm good. I came out here with probably like 4 injuries right now, and we just topped it off with getting hit in the head. But I'm fine, and I'm glad we won, so it was all worth it.
Well, definitely, if you're going to get a little bit of a nick, if you can get the victory, especially in a consolation game, in a tightly contested game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though playing, and I think all the girls really pulled through, and it was a lot of fun just being out here in Vegas and getting the opportunity. So I'm proud of everyone.
What's important to you outside of soccer?
Same as a lot of the rest of the girls on this team, just school, focusing on college and taking soccer as far as we can. So that's what's important to me.
Say hi to anybody watching this video.
Hi, Mom, Dad, Brian, Michaela. Pets at home. Thank you.
Good luck at the rest of the season, okay?
Thank you.
And your?
Stacy Ring.
Stacy, talk about how much fun it was to, get the culmination with a victory here. You don't get the hardware that you and your teammates would have liked to have, but you've obviously, as they've echoed, learned a lot.
Yeah, we came into this tournament hoping to do the best we can, and I think taking this last victory is going to help us move on to next year. So,
outside of soccer, what's important to you, Stacy?
Like everybody else, grades, balancing that with soccer and friends.
Okay. Take a look at that camera and echo your sentiments.
All right, I want to thank my mom and dad because without them, I wouldn't be anywhere near here. So,
thank you for coming on Langevin Productions, and good luck in the rest of the year, okay?
Thank you.
And that's going to do it right here from the Kellogg-Zaire Sports Complex. As you saw, 1-0, Elk Grove Academy FC winning over the Colorado Storm. For Bill Williams behind the camera, take care of yourself as always. God bless, and always remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.